If you've spent any time building automation pipelines, scraping data, or managing multiple accounts, you already know proxies are just part of the toolkit, and picking the wrong provider quietly breaks everything. Banned accounts, failed requests, workflows that just stop working with no clear reason why. I've tested a lot of providers over the years. This is my current list of what's actually worth using in 2026. Quick note, NodeMaven sponsored this video, but they're also genuinely what I use the most on my own workflows. NodeMaven is the one I'd actually point people to, and that's not just because they're sponsoring this video. I've used a lot of providers. This one stuck around. Let me explain what they actually are and why. They run three types of proxies: residential, ISP, and mobile. Residential IPs come from real devices on home networks, so when you're routing through one, you look like a regular user to whatever site you're hitting. Not a bot, not a data center, just someone browsing from home. That matters a lot when bot detection is something you're actively dealing with. ISP proxies are a bit different from residential. Instead of rotating through different IPs, you get one fixed address. Same IP every session, every time. That's useful when you're managing long-term accounts. Anything where switching IPs mid-session causes problems, or platforms that flag you the moment your IP changes. It combines the stability of a data center IP with the trust level of a residential one. So you get the best of both. NodeMaven's ISP proxies start at $4.99 a month per proxy. Unlimited traffic, static IP. 100% dedicated, meaning nobody else is sharing that address with you. If you want to try them, promo code SH40 gets you 40% off. Link is in the description. Mobile proxies go through carrier networks. Hardest to detect out of the three, highest trust level. Use those when residential isn't cutting it on tighter platforms. Coverage-wise, 2,200 plus regions, 4,000 plus ISPs, 8,000 plus cities, 199 countries for residential. Mobile covers 160 countries across 550 plus regions. That's not just a big number for the sake of it. If you're doing anything geo-specific, precise targeting by city, ISP, or region, that reach actually matters. What actually separates them from most providers is the IP quality filter. Most proxy services just give you a pool and wish you luck. NodeMaven screens out low reputation IPs before you ever touch them. So you're not burning through bad addresses one by one, trying to find ones that work. Over 95% of IPs in the pool are clean, and that directly translates to fewer blocks, fewer captures, and a lot less wasted time on failed requests. Sticky sessions last up to 24 hours. So if you need to hold the same IP across a long session, automation, account workflows, anything stateful, it stays without dropping on you. Uptime is 99.99%. And those aren't just numbers they put on a landing page. Independent benchmarks have tested and confirmed them. No KYC to get started on a paid plan. You're not uploading documents. You're not going through a verification process just to buy proxies. You sign up, you pay, you get access. For anyone who takes privacy seriously, and if you're watching this channel, you probably do, that's not a small thing. Now the cashback, this one I actually hadn't seen anywhere else before. NodeMaven is the first proxy provider to return part of your used traffic back to your balance as bonus gigabytes. Not a discount code, not a referral credit. Actual traffic returned to your account. The more you use, the more you get back. You can track exactly how much cashback you've earned directly in the dashboard. If you're running proxies at any kind of volume, that compounds over time in a way that actually matters. On guarantees. If a proxy fails, $1 gets credited to your balance, automatically. No ticket, no waiting. Same day full refund if you're not satisfied with what you got. Price beat guarantee. If you find a better deal somewhere else, they'll match it. And 9 out of 10 users recommend them, which for a proxy provider is honestly not a number you see often. Pricing is competitive for the level of quality and stability you're getting. Most providers at this quality tier charge a premium and make you feel it. NodeMaven keeps it reasonable, and with my promo codes, it gets even better. SH40 gets you 40% off ISP proxies. SH35 gets you 35% off mobile and residential. Link is in the description. go.nodemaven.com/SciShack. Both codes are down there too. All right, number 2, Bright Data. Probably the most recognized name in this space, and that's been true for years. The IP pool is massive. We're talking tens of millions of residential IPs across virtually every country. For large-scale scraping, or anything enterprise level, they're hard to beat on raw infrastructure alone. But there are downsides, and they haven't really changed. It's expensive, and they require KYC, meaning you're submitting documents, verifying your identity, the whole process. So if privacy is a priority, or you're not running a proper business account, it might not be the right fit. But if you need scale, and cost isn't the main concern, Bright Data still delivers. It's just not built for everyone. Number 3, Oxylabs. Similar bracket to Bright Data, so if you've heard of one, you've probably heard of the other. Strong residential proxy network, solid uptime, and a reputation that's been built over years in data collection and web scraping specifically. The dashboard is clean, documentation is decent if you're integrating proxies into a workflow or writing scripts around it, not the kind of thing where you're digging through forums trying to figure out basic setup. Pricing, though, still firmly in the enterprise range. If you're a developer running automated tasks at scale, it makes sense. But for individuals, or anyone just getting started, it's probably more than you need. Not a bad product, just built for a specific type of user. Number 4, Smart Proxy. This one sits in a more accessible price range, and that's probably exactly why it stayed popular going into 2026. Residential pool is decent. Coverage is solid across most regions. Setup is straightforward. Not a lot of friction getting started. Now, it's not going to match Bright Data or Oxylabs on raw scale. That's just the reality. But for most use cases, managing accounts, light scraping, bypassing geo restrictions, it holds up fine. If you're not running enterprise-level workloads and you don't want to pay enterprise-level prices, Smart Proxy is a solid middle ground. Does what it says, doesn't overcomplicate it. And number 5, IP Royal. IP Royal rounds out the list. They offer residential proxies at one of the lower price points you'll find anywhere right now. So if budget is the main factor, this is where you'd look. Performance can be inconsistent though. Depending on what you're using them for, some users report slower speeds on certain subnets, but for general browsing, basic automation, or just testing something out before committing to a bigger provider, it's a usable option. Not the most feature-rich on this list, that's just honest, but it gets the job done without breaking the bank. So that's the top 5 for 2026. Out of everything on this list, NodeMaven is the one I'd actually recommend. The cashback, the guarantees, clean IPs, 24-hour sticky sessions, and no KYC on paid plans. It's the most complete package on this list, especially if you care about privacy or keeping costs down at scale. Link is in the description. go.nodemaven.com/SciShack. SH40 gets you 40% off ISP proxies. SH35 gets you 35% off mobile and residential. Links to all 5 providers are in the description as well, so you can check them out and make your own call. If this was useful, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.